Hi guys, David Wright here, and today I want to talk to you about finding work in Spain. This is one of the questions I get asked so many times by people thinking of moving to Spain or people that are already living here in Spain. How and where can I find work? Okay, so here goes. There are several things you can do to help you get work in Spain and enhance your chances of finding a decent job here. Many British people seem to forget that Spain speaks Spanish, and it's most important that you learn Spanish if you're looking for a good job here in Spain. The number one thing you can do to enhance your chances of finding work here is learn some basic Spanish, even before you move to Spain. There's loads of free apps out on the internet at the moment that you can download that are a great way of researching words related to the topics that you want. Say you want to be a hairdresser or a carpenter or a lorry driver, look up those sort of words and start learning them. This is going to give you a head start on everybody else once you actually get here in Spain. Secondly, this is something I did when I first moved here. I wanted to look for work as a carpenter, and I looked up for local companies related in carpentry and building work. I found a couple of small companies and I went there and I actually asked to speak to the boss. My Spanish was very basic, but I made myself understood. I said I would work for 2 days a week for free, just to practice my Spanish and learn the ropes. The first 3 or 4 people just didn't want to know, and they waved their hand and I left, and I felt very disillusioned. Then I found a small company and they said, yeah, we'll take you on. I helped clear up the workshop, helped loading up the lorry, things like that. After about 4 or 5 days of doing this for nothing, it was quite tiring work, but I found a guy that I hit off with, and he asked me to give him a hand, go and fit some furniture. And it was fitting some wardrobes in a local client's house. I went with him, I helped pass the tools, carry the materials, stuff like that. 2 days of doing this, he reported back to his boss, and his boss asked me in and said, look, if I worked for 4 days a week, they would pay me a very basic salary. I loved it. I jumped at the chance. It got me in the door, and I started to work full time for this company for a couple of months. This led to opening up other doors for me, and I ended up going self-employed and set up my own business here. This is something that you can try with anything. Say you're going to be a hairdresser, go and ask them if you can just clean up the workshop or the hairdressing shop and things like that. You're going to get you in the door, and it will lead to other opportunities. Nobody wants to start working for free, but it's a great way of getting in the door. Another thing is, area is very important. You might not want to live near the beach or in a populated area, but if you're looking for work here in Spain, it's best to go to a British populated area first. Say like Malaga or Murcia or Alicante, places like this where there's lots of Brits. You will learn a lot from the local British community, and it will open up doors for you once you're there. Also, you've got better chance of finding work, but you still need to learn Spanish. Unless you want to get bar work and cleaning jobs, that's long, hard hours. You can do the airport runs, which so many Brits seem to find good paying work here at the moment, but it's totally illegal, and if the taxis find out, the airport taxis or the local police, it will ruin your chances of staying here long term. There are many things you can do, like getting your CV printed out in Spanish and English, and finding out the people that you want to go and work for and sending it to them, or go and present it to them with your hand. Take it there in person so you can get to know people. You're going to get rejected a lot, but it's the only way to keep doing it. Most people don't do this, so you've got to go above and beyond what others do. So really, basically, learning Spanish is the number one thing that's going to enhance your chances. Yes, you can find work in Spain without speaking Spanish, but it's going to be hard. There are jobs here. Contract jobs are very hard to find, as most companies only give 3 to 6 month contract jobs, and that's normally if you can speak Spanish. There are English speaking jobs here, but it's going to be a lot lower paid work because it's a more limited clientele of people. But there are jobs here for English only speaking workers. So don't be put off by people saying there's no work, you can't find work. It's difficult, but it's difficult anywhere in the world at the moment. So don't be put off by that. I would suggest coming to Spain for a research trip. Come here not for a holiday, but for a week's research to the area you think. Say like, for example, Malaga. Go there, have a look round, find out the lay of the land, see what your chances are. Don't sit on the beach or in the bars drinking. Make it a reconnaissance trip, just to look for work and see what the chances are. If you don't think it's going to fit with you, then move on. That's the best way to do it. It's not a holiday, it's a research trip. Also, I've got a book out with loads of great tips and advice on how to find work in Spain.